Thank you for coming today and talking to the Cranfield Customer Management Forum. In your presentation, you talked about the CRM journey for Wolters Kluwer. Can you talk about some of the business imperatives that were identified and the customer management framework that was developed?
Yes, of course. The business imperatives were to consolidate lots of tribal systems to deliver a central view of a customer, to help protect revenue, to drive new business opportunities, to increase our retention, and to make sure we're optimising our relationship with our customers. I guess more importantly, the framework changes us from being a very product-centric organisation to a customer-focused organisation. So it's putting the customer in the centre, the products on the outside.
So what were some of the effects of that framework in terms of business behaviour and culture?
Well, huge cultural changes, because publishers like to have the product at the centre of everything they do, and the result of that has been substantial changes in the structure of the business and the way in which we build relationships with customers. So we now allow customers to dictate the way in which they like to be communicated with, as opposed to imposing communication and imposing product.
Can you give some examples or metrics on how that actually affected your organisation?
Yeah, sure. In terms of metrics, if you think about our retention rate, we have a high penetration of some markets, so retention is very important to us, and we had attrition because we were taking a very product-centric focus on the world. We've managed to increase our retention rates by between 5 and 8%, and also in terms of new markets, to improve our success rates. So our conversion rates of prospect to customer have gone up to around 30%. They were running very low before that.
What sort of things have you done subsequent to that? For example, using the unstructured data like social network data you talked about.
Yeah, okay, so we've managed to take the information knowledge we now have about relationships with our customers and their relationships with their customers, and we've been able to develop a range of products that support our end customers' own customer base. So to develop products that perhaps we wouldn't have thought of developing before. We've also used that information to build relationship with influencers as well as customers, and to understand relationships that our customers have with these influencing people.
Have you any closing thoughts that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I think I mentioned in the presentation, I would always say that an undertaking of this size is not something you should enter without understanding that there are huge cultural changes that are needed within the business, that you must get support throughout the business. Just having high-level executive support with no desire to drive it through and deliver it at all the operational levels will cause the programme to fail. So it's complete buy-in, and it's a long-term journey, it's not a short-term delivery.